Hi there, my name is Cody Shelkey. I'm the CEO of Wiretap Telecom. We are a SIP trunking and hosting provider for phone systems and voice over IP technologies. Today, though, I would like to talk to you specifically about emergency 911 services. In today's current climate, we all understand what the pandemic and COVID-19 is doing to our country. We have to make sure that we have proper E-911 coverage for our employees. So I'm speaking specifically to business owners, IT directors, managed service providers, any decision maker in the IT field. I'm talking to you. What I would like to do is have you listen just for a couple of minutes to make sure that you understand or that you've thought about or been reminded to manage your 911 systems properly. So let's just pretend for a moment that you used to have no remote workers whatsoever, or maybe just a very few that were permanent, and it was basically set it and forget it for their 911 service. Now all of a sudden you have people picking up their little Cisco 303s or their Grand Streams or what have you, and they're just taking those phones home. It's really easy to forget that when that person needs emergency services and they dial 911, that the ambulances and all the support personnel are going to show up at the corporate office. And people are going to wonder why. When there's a person sitting at home that could be 200 miles away, 1,000 miles away, or across the street that needs assistance and they're not getting it. So let's make sure that that doesn't happen. Let's be positive that that doesn't happen. And the way to do that is to properly configure your 911 services at a extension or at a phone level. You can't do it anymore at the corporate level. So at Wiretap Telecom, we have a portal that lets you do this very easily. In fact, when you sign on to the Wiretap Telecom portal and you go to the 911 Emergency Services tab, you'll see a list of your phone numbers that may be highlighted in red. If they're highlighted in red, that means that that service or that phone number does not have proper 911 support. Now we have multiple strategies that we support at Wiretap Telecom. Unlike some of our competition, we want to cater specifically to your solution. It could be multiple different ways that you do your business. You could have, you could be a chain, a restaurant. You could be a hospital with multiple locations. You could be any number of different providers or service providers, companies, what have you. We have 911 services that'll cater to whatever you need. With our services, you have unlimited locations. Enough about Wiretap Telecom for a moment, though. Let's talk about that remote worker that's at home today. You need to look at your local PBX, and this may be a 3CX system, a Grandstream, a Mitel, free PBX, what have you. Doesn't matter. You have to make sure 911 is configured properly, and not at a global level, but at the actual extension level for those remote workers. You may have done this once in the past for permanent remote workers, but new remote workers who go home need that attention, and all too often it doesn't get taken care of. They take their phone home, you think everything is fine because it's just basically plug and play with their phones nowadays. You don't think about the 911 service. Let's do that. Let's think about that. Here's the deal. From July 1st until July 31st, Wiretap Telecom is going to offer free support even for non-customers. Of course, we always offer support for customers, but for non-customers, we're going to offer support. If you want to talk to somebody about 911 strategies for your company, regardless of whether or not you're a customer of Wiretap Telecom, we're going to offer you that support for free. We can also talk to you about how you set up your PBX or your local phone system, and we can offer suggestions on how to support that as well. We would love to have you as a customer. Primarily, though, we want to do our part in this pandemic to offer some positive good to the business community here in the United States. So don't hesitate to message me directly or call our corporate office, and I'd love to talk to you, or one of our engineers can talk to you. We'll do what we can do to help you and assist you. Thank you, and be safe.